today we're going to be working on making some ramen earrings. So I always start off with conditioning the clay just to make it a little easier to work with and to make sure it doesn't crack while baking. When you first cut it from the package, it is pretty stiff. So you do need to do this step to make it a little bit more malleable. Next, I rolled two approximately even sized balls, and then I used this ball tool to shape it into the bowl shape as best I could. And again, these aren't perfectly symmetrical. I really do need cutters just so I can kind of make my work a little more even across the board, even with everything being especially with everything being handmade, things aren't perfect. Next, I took this light tan color that I mixed up just to make the noodles and was rolling it out to my desired thickness, which took a few tries. And then I was kind of trying to place it in the bowl to make a pile of noodles without making it look like you could see the ends. Next is making some mushrooms. I took a dark brown clay that I mixed, made a little tiny indent, and then took a very similar to the noodle colored tan clay and pushed that into the bottom. And then I set those up in the ramen bowl, and I decided to go with two just because these are kind of tiny and have a ton of space to work with, and I still want to include the bok choy that I will be making next. And here's the bok choy. I used this light leafy green color, flattened it out, pinched it, and then used a tool to make an indent to make two little leaves. And then I took some plain white clay and pressed it into the bottom indent just to make a little bok choy that I then went ahead and added to the bowl. You can see I do two mushrooms and one piece of bok choy in each bowl. Before resining, I didn't show it, but I did poke a little hole before baking it so that way I could screw in the eye hook. Here I am just resining, and I did do a couple layers of resin just to kind of make it look like there was liquid in the bowl on top of it. I let those cure under the UV light, and then here they are with their hardware. Thank you so much for watching. I think these came out kind of cute for a first try.